All right, people. How y'all doing again? This is Nana Togo Messia Blue d'un Fer de du Fer. And I am revisiting a block instruction I gave earlier this week. And the block instruction I had given was on Vossa. And for those of you whose memories are shoddy, Vossa means sacrifice. Right? And what I was speaking of specifically was the practice of offering sacrifice to the voodoos. Right? This is an old and ancient practice. And when I made this, when I first introduced this discussion, I suppose I wasn't 100% clear on I remember this part. I wasn't 100% clear on all of the details concerning the practice of sacrifice. Hey, for my friends out there who like to play zombie movies. Anyway, all right, so sacrifice, Vossa, is offered not as a exchange, right? If you give me this, I'll give you that. That's not what sacrifice is for. That's not even what it's good for, right? That's not sacrifice, that's commerce. Right? Sacrifice there we go. Sacrifice is when you have a need. A need that is so deep, so essential, so for example, I love my wife. My love for my wife is so deep, so elemental, so quintessentially important to who I am, that I have to show how much she means to me. I have to do something. And that's something that I do. That's something that I give. It has to be something that means something not for me, but for her. How far do I go to express my love for her? And no two women would ever want the same things anyway. So they say flowers. But what if your woman don't like flowers? My woman doesn't like flowers. They're nice. It's a nice gesture. But if you get her flowers, you didn't get them for her. You got them for you. You got them because that's what you wanted to give her. She doesn't want flowers. My wife prefers breakfast in bed. Or some other demonstration. Alright? And so, this is what sacrifice is. This is also, by the way, what initiation is, in a sense. It's the Spirit saying, I like these things. If you want me to come near, that's what you got to give me. That's what sacrifice is. And as any man will tell you, once you know what that thing is that your woman wants, you don't spare an expense to get it to her. No expense is spared at all. She wants diamonds. You do overtime and get her diamonds. Why? Hold on a second. Third floor, next to west stairwell. Door found unsecure. Period. Patrol secured door. Period. Y'all, this is what I gotta do. Because half of y'all can't afford sacrifice. But there you go. That's what it is. It's the effort that you are willing to put forth to satisfy the desires of the spirits. That's what a sacrifice is. Now, you don't ask your girl, why do you like diamonds? She says, I want a diamond. You don't ask her why you like diamonds. Why you gotta have a diamond. You just get her a diamond. So it's in that same vein. You don't ask, why do you want... You don't ask the spirits, why do you want bulls or chickens or whatever? You don't ask that question. Because it doesn't matter. You want to express your devotion to the spirit? You want this spirit to anticipate and provide for you? Then you do the same for the spirit. And you do so the same way you expect that spirit to serve you, without question. But colonial minds can't understand that. And that's where the hiccup be at. Because colonial-minded people and ATRs, they don't like to be told that they're colonial-minded. But you can tell. It's obvious by what they do, how they do it. They look at superficial stuff How black are you? Player. It's only the fact that you colonially minded that you even had that conversation. Because if you ask me, I'm not black at all. This is black. Not this. You see the difference? So these questions and assertions about color and whatever, that doesn't mean you're not colonially minded. You colonially minded if you thinking something superficial has depth simply because you've been punished for it. I've been punished because I'm black. Just like everybody else in America, right? But just because some barbarian who doesn't have their own history chooses to do that to me doesn't mean I can ignore mine. No, I have to be smarter than that. So in this particular case, before I run off on a before I want to run off on a tangent, this all comes down to simply this. You wake Vossa when the Spirit asks for it and what the Spirit asks for. Now sometimes it's just not possible for you to do. You ask the Spirit, like I do, I can't do this. I don't have the ability to. If the Spirit is yours, just like if that girl loves you, the Spirit and the girl will both tell you, baby, you don't have to do that for me. You just have to give me the best you can. And then you go on from there. But it's the Spirit that tells you this, just like it's the girl that tells you that. Until then, you hustle. And you get that girl what she asked for, and you get that God what he asked for. Otherwise, you can expect the exact same degree of devotion from them that you gave to it. And if you didn't give any devotion, and I'm talking about earth, wind, and fire devotion, have you singing devotion, then don't expect it. Real voodoo, you don't have to have voodoo spells. Real voodoo, you don't have to have that. This is what I've been trying to tell people. Folks out here burning candles, buying dolls, making hexes, and writing veves over every daggone thing, X's on dead people's tombs. Why? Feed your voodoos. Feed your ancestors. Make that Vossa. And you won't have to ask for another damn thing. I ain't ever asked to get fed. Food magically ends up in my house. I say magically, my wife goes buys it. But I make the money to get it. But the only reason I can do that is because the voodoos have made it possible for me. And you know why they've made it possible for me? Because I make Vossa. Because when my voodoo say, hey, I need this, or I want this, or I like this, that's pretty, that's nice, I don't ask no questions. I don't say, oh, that don't match what I think it should, that don't go the way I think it. No, I don't ask them questions. They don't ask me no questions when I say I'm hungry. When I say my family need food, they don't ask me why they eat so daggone much. They don't ask that question. I just have the resources now, all magically and stuff, to feed the family. So how often do you have to make Vossa? Hold on a second. Facility. Check this out, y'all. This is how a professional do it. Check this out. Patrol conducted interior sweep of facility. Period. Patrol observed no evidence of property damage, vagrancy, or criminal activity. Period. End of report. Period. There you go. Daddy just made some money. $13 just now. Just watch that. Can always check that back seat. Lock the door when you get out the car. Check the back seat when you get back in. So, how often do you need to make Vossa? Was another question that came up. I need to get one of them things. How often do you need to make Vossa? Turn my head back around. You can't see it. You have to make Vossa no less than once a year. You have to feed your voodoos no less than once a year. You cannot feed them less than once a year if you wanted to. I wouldn't advise it. And the reason being, it's not because of a threat, right? But have you ever missed your wife's anniversary? How'd that turn out for you? One or two times it's alright. You know, they'll mess with you, but your wife usually won't hold it against you. You'll never miss your wife's anniversary 3 times. If you miss your wife's anniversary a 3rd time, she's either leaving or she's adjusting her understanding of the relationship. And you'd rather her just leave. If that ever happens. Nothing would suck more than realizing that your wife don't love you like she used to. But she said, "Ooh, that's okay. I got you." Yeah, you got it. You kind of got it. So don't play yourself. That's why you make Vossa. A minimum of once a year. Preferably more often than that, but no less than that. For certain. No less than that for certain. make Vossa once a year. You offer what they ask for every time without fail. Because it's your devotion online. And when you demonstrate this type of devotion, they can do more for you too. Y'all, I'm not going to talk much longer because, quite frankly, it's not safe. And I kind of said everything that needed to be said. And it's been 20 minutes anyway. Good. I'm just refreshing. So I'll probably talk to y'all some more again tonight about some more of this. If you have questions, hit me up. And I'll see you then. Peace.